Asparagus is very interesting vegetable because it tastes good. You can keep it for a while. And the most important thing is you plant one time. It lasts for many, many years. That's my favorite thing because I don't need to work a lot. But to grow asparagus, we need to know asparagus a little bit because asparagus has male and female plants. Males have no fruit, but female have fruit. Male is good to grow in cold climate because they produce more. They produce one time a year. Female will produce less in cold climate. But in tropical, you can plant anything, male or female, it doesn't matter. They can produce all year round. But normally we like to have females because females have bigger shoot than male. That's why in tropical we love female. How can we know it's male or female? The one in my hand is male. Look at the flower, it's quite different. The flowers of males is long and bigger than normal. It's quite long. But the female one is shorter, a little bit shorter. And then if you see the older flowers, you can see the male one is more short and round. It's very short and round. And then it's going to be fruit soon because the female one will have ovary. That's why it's round. It will prepare to be a fruit in the near future. So it's short and round like this. This is a female. And when you look back, you can see some of them can be a small seed, small fruit already. This is a small one. When the flowers fell off, the petal fell off, it will turn to a fruit, and this fruit will be bigger and bigger. This is very important to know. Another way to know is female or not, we just let them have flowers. If all the flowers drop, never have any fruit, that means it's male. But if you see some fruit grow bigger and bigger, that means it's male. The fruit of asparagus grow very fast. Not very long, they will be bigger and bigger very fast. And then they start to be mature. This part is almost ripe, but we can harvest them if we want to when it turns to a little bit brown like this. But the best is when we turn to orange color. This is the very ripe asparagus. If we want to save the seed of asparagus, this is the perfect size, the perfect color that we need to harvest the seed for saving seed. And the way to clean it, normally we just smash them in the water and then soak in the water a little bit and clean it. Mainly the good seed will sink in the bottom when we squeeze them in the water, and then the fiber, the shell, outside shell will float. We just pour them out, we'll get very good seed. But this is just the seed that I can squeeze to show that what is the seed look like. Asparagus seed is a little bit big. One fruit can have 3 seeds, mainly 3 to 4. Not more than that normally. This is the perfect seed. We can plant from this seed. If you plant from seed, it will take a little bit longer time to be able to harvest them. This is the seedling of asparagus that we plant from seeds. We plant in a trays, and it takes maybe a month. It will grow like this. This is the perfect time to transplant them. Or sometimes you can wait a little bit longer too. It doesn't matter. How to grow them? Normally we dig a trench first. Have a trench a little bit deep and then pour the compost in the trench. More compost is the best, the better, because they can produce longer and more, and cover the trench cover the compost very well. And after that, we can cover with straw. We use straw to cover to control the grass, and we don't need to water often. And after that, we just transplant them, get the seedling balls from the tray, and then gently plant them in the bed that we just made. So try to be careful about the ball, the dirt ball that wrap the roots. Don't try to make it break. It will recover fast. But asparagus is very hardy. They don't die easily. We use straw to cover around the asparagus very well so the grass will not grow. After that, we just water. Keep water them every other days or every other 2 days, depend on how moisture it is. To grow from seed like that is not popular because it takes too long to be able to harvest. But to grow from root is a lot faster. The roots, where if we have asparagus already, we just dig up the root from the ground and then we split them and plant them. This part is what we call the root. Actually, the stem of asparagus is underground. The stem that we see above the ground, that's not the stem. It's one part of the branches. It's not the stem, it's the leaves, that part. So the stem of asparagus is hiding underground. It's in the same family with bamboo. This is the stem. This part we call the stem of asparagus. So when we dug it up like this, we cut off the roots of it. So it will be easy to plant them. That part is not the stem, but we call stem. That part is like the branch of the leaves. So the stem is here at the bottom. How to grow from the stem is very easy. We cut the root off very short like this, and then we just bury this root, the stem, in the ground anywhere that we have loose soil. I just plant in the old bed. The soil is very loose, so we dig up a little bit and then put the stem or the root, this part, bury underground. Not too deep and not too shallow, because if it's too shallow, it will dry fast if we did not water them often enough. But if it's too deep, they don't have enough food. They grow slow. In cold climate, they plant only male asparagus, and before the snow comes, they will cut all the branches down, and then after the snow melt, the shoot will come up, and then they harvest them only one time. That is the way they grow them in cold climate. But in tropical, we plant all kind of asparagus, can be male or female, and then they produce all year round if we take care of them well. The food is important. To be able to harvest them often and high yield, we need to have enough food for them. Asparagus is quite easy to grow in this way. We don't need to grow a lot in one family. We maybe plant 5 or 6 of them. That's plenty. You harvest enough for one meal, and you don't need to eat asparagus every day. And then if it's too big clump, you can divide them, make it smaller, and then you can propagate more. That is the way to grow asparagus in tropical.